So we're at 1:30, so I'm gonna open this meeting, call the meeting to order for canvass of the election that was on September 30th, Tuesday, September 30th. And we'll turn it over to Abby.
All right, so we had a total of 193 voters. Out of 1,008 possible voters, so we had 19.15% turnout. And it's pretty straightforward. This election was the runoff from the election held September 2nd. And in this election, there was no percentage required to win. They just needed to get the most votes, whoever had the most wins. And Victoria Thompson received 115, Brian Horsfield received 78, and we had no write-ins at all.
That's unusual. Just,
When can I make a comment about this election?
what? Well, I'm just going to make comment now.
As
Keep in
far
mind.
as far as I am concerned,
Public view.
I guess I don't care.
Okay, I just was referencing the T-shirt.
Okay, not yet. There appeared to be a lot of rules that were broken. People coming in and hanging out, like the candidate, and talking to people. You know, and Abby's responsible for this. You know, we can't let her be treated like that. We need to be more responsible with how we handle our elections. And that doesn't mean Abby, you handle it. We need to help with this. It's a travesty. I've had several people that worked there at the election bring this up, and it was not called for. Wasn't necessary. They had to call the police to come in and fix things.
Oh.
I mean, and when you're, let's say, I heard the Republican chair was there talking to one of the candidates during the time when people were coming in and out. How responsible is that? We cannot allow our elections to be like that in Kings County.
Well, I was gonna
We need to
say-
be above board.
Responsible, otherwise it's illegal. You can't.
Did they break ethics laws? Oh, yeah, they broke ethics laws. I mean, we can't have that. We can't have Abby being treated like that. More, plus the poll workers, not the watchers. You know, we just can't do that. It makes us look bad because it's buck stops with us. Okay,
Well, I was in here that morning. Abby made a comment about putting out a fire or something. She tore out here. It didn't register with me, or I would have went over there and see what I could do to help out.
People were just not being kind.
Oh,
I
You know,
had
and it's-
complaints about 4 voters waiting in line, and my comment back was, people stand 50+ deep to vote absentee, so
yeah.
4 people is really not that.
You know, because I don't care what party you are, we have an obligation to, well, what did I say? Life is easy. Just do the job. Listen to the rules.
Well, standing in line, I'm sorry, but
Is anybody online? So,
we've always stood in line,
Good.
depending upon what time you go to vote. And I don't mean that that there's a specific time. I'm just saying that that's why when I go to vote on election day and I go to Pence, I go there first thing in the morning. So that I don't have to stand in line.
you know, when I.
You're right, you're 100%.
When I was the Democratic chair, what's your name? Marshawn was the Republican chair. We went together to make sure there were no issues. You know, we both dealt with it together. It's the right thing to do. Yeah, I as a supervisor, but I don't think, we would be where the buck stops. We'd be the last
Well,
resort.
I will be perfectly honest with you, in my opinion. The central committee that we currently have, I don't go.
Yeah.
Now, I was asked to go to the last meeting, which I went,
Sure.
because I was asked why I didn't go, and I said, because it's a dysfunctional entity. And so I went at a request of one of the individuals, and at the end of the meeting, I walked out and I said, nothing has changed.
You know, I'll defend anybody that's doing something correctly forever.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have too much of this stuff going on in the county. We've got to do what we can to stop it.
Why?
And this is just one precinct. Wait till they vote in the other 11.
Well, she won't even let me behind the counter and watch.
And I don't blame her. I do have a stool at home I could bring so they could see you if you stand.
Yeah, buddy. Well, at least the chair's adjustment, so my
I've been-
feet touch.
Well, it's our jobs. We gotta do our jobs right. I'm sorry. If
So,
not, we're as guilty as the next person.
yeah.
If you have,
No, there was one moment there where she received a phone call and, well, I think it had to do with somebody who evidently stood in line. And you called, but I will tell you something, and I think in the context of what you're talking about, because I was here in the evening after the polls closed, and our poll workers were phenomenal, and it took them forever to get here. Our sheriff's department helped move the equipment,
yeah.
carry the equipment in. I was grateful to them.
Mhm.
But one of the things that, Carol?
Mhm.
We have four, it wasn't Carol, maybe, but yeah, I one of them made the comment to Abby. You answer on the first ring every time, and she does.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
always
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. And then we had a young lady that stepped in when, one of her poll workers got sick and had to go to the hospital, and she came in to vote, and they implored her to, if she would, and she stepped in. So
Yeah.
she finds good people, and those people think the world of her.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with,
Right.
Abby has no fault here at all.
Yep.
But you know what? We're coming up on an election where we're gonna need poll workers. You'll have them. But the poll watchers are the problem.
Yeah.
Can be.
And unfortunately, we can't restrict them. I mean.
Well, I think you could.
We can't say no poll worker or.
Oh, no,
poll
no.
watchers.
But you need to give them the rules.
Yeah.
Remember my little rules? I
So-
can buy them a t-shirt too.
And I know you don't need to work, extra work. But can we, as a board, and I'm asking this question of you because you're the election official, can we demand that there is, prior to the election, if you intend to be a poll watcher, that you have to come in, you have to go through some training, and you have to register with us as to who you are?
They have to be accredited, which means that the party has to fill out some sort of designation form. It doesn't have to be the one prescribed by the Secretary of State,
Yeah.
but they have to be accredited in some way or another. There are guidebooks that are available for poll watchers. And I send to the polls for every election what the poll watchers can and can't do.
You know, Abby, could it be as simple as if these three are gonna poll watch, they just signed something that said they read it. Therefore, when they don't do it right, we signed this thing, you know?
We could look into that, but there's
Mhm.
nothing that I can think of that would require them
Yeah,
to sign
yeah,
it.
yeah.
What I'm asking is, so party says Joe's gonna be a poll watcher.
Mhm.
So you got Joe Ledger's name on your list. Okay, we have somebody that comes in and says, I'm a poll watcher, and their name isn't on the list, they're out. They don't come in.
Unless they bring the accreditation form, sorry.
You're
But
okay.
who do they bring that to? The poll workers?
Yeah. Sometimes I think we've had
Yeah.
alternates, but you know,
When I started poll watching, I don't know how many years ago, there was some kind of a meeting or something that I went to. I thought I filled out a form. I think it was through the Republican Party because I was Republican. And I think they run through things we could do, what we couldn't do to watch for. And I think Marshan
well, Marshawn would be the one that
was
did
the
it
one
right.
that did that.
I was just gonna say,
He'll
when
do it
Susie
right.
and Marshan were there, but it's different now, at least on
Okay.
our side.
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, I done some of it clear back when Donna Clark was in here. I got started. So how many years ago was that?
The biggest thing, the big issue I feel from what I heard from several people, the poll watchers just need to shut their mouth. They're not supposed to talk.
That's right. And I've
I mean,
been,
shut your
Yeah.
mouth, huh?
They really aren't.
I know
They're not
that.
supposed to
I know
interfere.
that.
And it's
so-
not just this side, this time it was one-sided because there weren't,
Mhm.
the other side.
Sure.
Poll watch, but it has been both sides
Oh,
in the
I
past,
agree with
and
that. I know that.
I don't know how you fix it.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
personalities.
I'm
I'm
have-
working on some
Time to talk.
t-shirts, Abby, okay?
What?
I'm working on some t-shirts.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know how they have the time to walk. I watched, when I was a poll watcher down at Pence, and I had to find the names, I couldn't hardly keep up with the names of the people that were coming in and trying
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
let alone having
Yeah.
a conversation with anybody.
yeah.
Which is extremely difficult for me.
Well, I was with Carol and Eldie most of the time at the Nazarene Center.
Yeah.
And Darlene Voorhees.
Okay, I don't remember the other one. But she always read the name twice and look at me and I would nod that I understood it.
Yeah.
But people would come to talk to me that knew me and I'd look at them and say, I'm not supposed to talk to you. I mean, I
Yeah, I just-
acknowledge them and that's all I would
I
do.
just think we have a county employee that's been very mistreated. You know, plus what you were. You
So
were. It's not right.
during public
Sorry.
comment on Monday,
Apologize.
during public comment on Monday,
Oh, I'm ready.
let's comment on, it. The news media will be here and we'll let them know. And that's a point to start. And
You know-
just be kind, like that's where pretty much any situation, let's not say even pretty much, every situation that you're ever in, just be kind.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not necessary to be hateful.
well, and they don't know, and I'm not saying they should know, I'm just saying they don't know and don't understand all the hoops and all the hours that those people put
Yeah,
in
they
there
do.
sitting
They
at those
do.
polls.
And when the computers go down, they don't choose for that to happen
No,
Yeah,
because you got to
Just
wait
be
for
patient.
people and you yell at the poll workers. It's not
well, and
fair.
when you have people come in and want to give you 4 separate addresses, find one that works, so you,
oh, I've had those people.
yeah.
Where'd you sleep last night?
Yeah.
You remember? You know,
But-
anyway, that's just.
Yeah.
My high horse.
No,
this week.
that's fine. Okay,
I know,
you are?
yeah.
Okay, motion to. So, motion to accept the results of the election on September 30th, is that what we want?
Sure.
Okay,
So moved.
Second,
any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye?
I,
I had to think if I was done.
Okay.
All right, so there are no lines on this page. I need both pages signed just somewhere in there. And then these obviously have lines. And then I have a certificate.
Ooh,
Oh, so sorry.
no, it's okay. Where do I
Oh,
see?
maybe the,
No,
no, not on that
I
one.
know because who's the kitten? Are you a kitten? All right. Their name is Louis today.
Oh, okay.
those are both signed.
You say there are 1,100 people who could have voted in that?
1,008.
Just wait, this isn't over with. You got the November election
Yeah,
and I could see the mayor's race not getting 51%.
I am already planning that.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong there.
Leanings on that one, yeah. No,
Susie.
Susie missed it, okay.
But I will tell you, Susie, that I'm planning on having you stand on the chair and draw the name out of the bucket. Like I did when, like, you know what Darren.
You might have to stand on a chair.
You
I'm not gonna.
know what Darren Hamilton did?
What?
When actually it was Connie Boyer, I believe.
Yeah.
So Darren, he's got the bucket, right? The coffee can, I think it was.
Yeah,
And he stands up and then he holds he's 400 feet tall. And then he holds the top.
I wish the newspaper had been here.
I'm not sure they weren't. I did have to stand.
But Lee, those are the funny things you remember that make you laugh about elections.
yeah,
Other than that,
You
Yeah.
mean that's how you decided Connie Boyer the first time?
you draw the name out of the hat.
Was that legal?
Yeah,
So,
Started not
And because
doing
that was the runoff and they tied Mike, Halley.
yeah.
Oh, on the runoff,
Yeah.
yeah, so they didn't get 50% in the regular city school. So it went to a runoff with the top two names, Connie and Michael Halley. On election day, he was ahead 1 or 2 votes, and then
The
that-
recount wasn't there.
Yep, there were, that's the time then that we could accept ballots after the election day had closed, absentee ones that had been mailed
Okay,
out.
yeah.
So 2 came in and they were for Connie, so it tied them up even. So we came in here, drew lots, Connie got picked out of the bucket. And then a recount had to be done. And then with that, you can look at voter intent, and she won by 2.
Which goes back to my t-shirt, life is easy, follow the blank rules.
Jay pulled a name out of the hat for Pleasant Plains City Council. That's how Hugh Hamilton got it. And then I pulled Marty Rainbolt's name out of the hat for Township Trustee. It turned out he wasn't eligible, but I would have loved to have gone to one of those township meetings just to observe, because at the time, Delbert Nordike and Marty had restraining orders against each other.
yeah, I remember that.
They couldn't be within 100 yards of each other, so I wasn't sure how this was gonna. But as it turned out, he wasn't
Well,
eligible.
there's more to it than that. If they didn't have it, they said they couldn't be within 100 yards?
Yeah.
Okay. If they don't specify a distance, they can both come into this room and sit down as long as they don't acknowledge one another. Which,
Mm-hmm.
And Marty got 1 vote, and it was a write-in vote, and it was Shirley. And she did it just for shits and giggles. Oops, just for giggles.
Nobody's on there,
Oh.
are they?
So, anyway, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.